What's up, y'all? In a world of amp sims, and we know there's a lot of amp sims out there, right? What if there was one plugin that wasn't a traditional amp sim, but did the job of like 50 other amp sims? Well, today I'm checking out the new Pedalboard plugin from Fine Classics Plugins, and there may be other pedalboard style plugins out there. I haven't heard of them, so please correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong here, but this is the first one that I've heard of. And before I show it to you, I should say that Fine Classics Plugins was kind enough to send this to me for the sake of me showing you this via a demo. But they did not pay me to make this video, nor did they get to see this video before I post it, but because of them providing it to me for free, this is a sponsored video. And because it's a sponsored video, I do have an affiliate link down in the description below where you can get 20% off of the plugin using code Heartless20OFF. So please use that link down below, but let's check out the plugin, shall we? So when you open up Fine Classics Pedalboard for the first time, this is what it looks like. It's a empty blank slate. And it's just my guitar DI going through it. But if we go ahead and click this little plus sign here, you'll notice that there's a whole list of different pedals that I can add to it. The most important one here, in my opinion, is Ampli. The Ampli is the guitar amp and cabinet sim that you're putting in there. Think of it like a preamp pedal that also has a cab sim built into it. So this should be somewhere in your chain when you're designing a chain here. And if we just go ahead and play just that same note, you'll see it magically sounds like a guitar now, right? It sounds good again. Now, as far as other pedals, we're gonna go through them, don't you worry. But we have chorus pedal, delay, overdrive, phaser, EQ, there's tons of different pedals in here. But that's not all, there's still so much more inside of this plugin. So you do have your input level, you have your gate, you do have a high and low pass filter that you can add onto the guitar signal itself, which is actually really cool. And then you have the dry and wet, so you can kind of parallel add your guitar's DI back into the signal if you want to. I'm gonna leave it set to 100% wet this entire time. And then you do have your high and low pass filter on the output as well, which is also extremely useful and very simple, might I add, because you don't need to add a separate block or anything like you would in other plugins. It's just right there. You slide the sliders to the desired frequency or what sounds good to you, which, as always, I do recommend listening through headphones right now if you can. Your phone and your laptop, they will not recreate what this actually sounds like. Now, the last feature that I would say is very unique to this plugin, and it's because this is something you usually have to use automation in your DAW to do, are these four little knobs down here. These are here because you can map and modulate any knob on any pedal inside of this plugin. And that's pretty incredible. That goes above my head, but all of you pedal freaks out there will love that because you can do a ton with it that you'd never be able to do with a, physical real pedal board without a lot of extra work and patching and things of that sort. So now I want to go through a couple different presets that I made in the plugin today. Now, the first one that we're going to go into is my pushed cleans preset. And it's gonna sound a little bit clean, and it's kind of funny. There's a lot going on here. So we've got the compressor, we've got the overdrive pedal, we've got the ampli, so we have the amp pedal here as well. We have it on the clean amp inside of there with a Mesa 412, go figure, that's what I like the most. Then we have a fuzz pedal on, and I got the idea from another preset that comes installed in this plugin. Really, really weird that it works. We have the chorus, and then we have reverb, and then we have delay. So this is what that sounds like. And I'm on the bridge pickup, humbucker, not coil tapped or anything like that. That just sounded really pleasing to my ears. Let's go ahead and go to the neck pickup. And let's try the middle position. So you can hear that that's actually kind of dirty. It's a push clean, I think I would call it. I don't know. Let's go ahead and turn off the fuzz. I want you to see what the fuzz is doing. So fuzz is now off. And now here it is on again. So it's almost acting like an EQ pedal, which is really cool. And again, if you're not wearing headphones, I suggest that you do, because on the delay pedal, I have it set to the ping pong mode. So it sounds really, really cool going back and forth in my headphones right now. So if we turn off the green machine and the big fuzz, so we turn off the overdrive and the fuzz pedal, I want you to hear that. So that is a clean that's definitely able to get clean. It's just very unique what the fuzz pedal is doing because it's placed after the cabinet. And I thought that was just a really unique thing that they did here inside of their original preset, which I kind of commandeered and shifted and made into my own as well. And the compressor here is actually pulling its weight. So let's turn off the compressor. So it's squashing some of those transients and making sure they're not coming out too high. So yeah, I'm really digging this. This is my new go-to like ambient pushed clean kind of sound, hence the name obviously. But I'm really digging this one and it's a lot of fun to play through and I've been jamming on it pretty much all week now. It's a really good preset I've dialed in, I guess you can say here. All right, next up is something you may not see me use very often. It's a crunch setting here. And so all I've got on this one is the Green Machine overdrive again. So you know, the old TS9 Tube Screamer style overdrive. And then we have the ampli pedal again, but we're on the full amp and then we're on the Mesa 412 again. Gain is pretty well cranked on this. It's not gonna sound like it's cranked though. And maybe it will for whatever amp that is emulating. Based on what I'm about to play, let me know what amp you think that amp is emulating because I have no clue. All right, so that's what it sounds like as it is, but then I wanted to add in the fuzz pedal here to kind of just give it some more thickness, and this is what we ended up with. And listening to that now, we could probably add some more bass into that. So that's just a really thick, you know, crunchy, maybe would sound good double track. That also could sound great as it is. I would love to throw an octave effect on that one. So if you're watching this Fine Classics, add an octave pedal into this next for us, please. That would be really sick to add in here. Now, since I added that fuzz pedal in on that one, I decided to make a fuzz preset as well, just because I've been having a ton of fun with fuzz lately. So this is the fuzz preset, and this one's a little bit exaggerated, so. So that's on a humbucker. Let's go ahead and coil tap it. But if we go ahead and mess with the fuzz pedal a little bit, you get some really cool just overdriven sounds out of it. So we've got the volume a little bit past halfway and the drive a little bit under halfway. So it's just a really cool kind of destroyed signal kind of sound, and was again digging that one too. And you know, fuzz tones don't always sound good by themselves, especially the way that I play a fuzz tone. I'm not one of those people that actually knows what to do with the fuzz pedal. I twist knobs until it sounds like I want it to sound. So now, funny enough, especially if you've tried any of their other plugins, the Fine Classics pedalboard actually has a metal amp inside of it. So on the ampli pedal, you do have a high gain amp. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn off everything else that I've got going on. So you're going to hear just the high gain amp with the Mesa 412, and they definitely did it justice. So as is, it sounds like it'd be really good for rock, right? But if we push it, turn on the Green Machine here, and this is what we've got. if we kind of dial back some of those settings, so let's bring the level down and let's bring the tone down a little bit. It helps to tame some of the, oversaturation and harshness that's going on there. And it really sounds, I don't know, does it sound like a Marshall to me? It sounds like maybe a JCM 800 kind of inspiration happening there. Again, no clue what it's actually based on, but I'm digging it. Next, we have the Sonic Sculptor pedal, which is like boosting highs and high mids, and it's kind of pulling out some of the lows and boosting the low mids. And then it's got the low mid filter and the high mid filter. And again, here's it without it on. Here's it with it on. Alright, so you can hear it's giving it just a little bit more, and it's kind of putting the frequencies where I feel like they need to be. And again, no other pedals going on here. The only other thing that's going on here is the high pass filter at 71 Hertz, and that's just to get rid of some of the boomy low end from that Mesa 412 cabinet. And speaking of the cabinets, you do have a ton of cabinets in here. So we do have the AC30. We have three different style of greenbacks. We have the Mesa 412, we have a mid-range focused, a pop punk, a smooth, a stock 412, and then a vintage 30. So lots of different cabinets that you can choose from on here, and that gives you the options to, change your tone, change your genre, whatever it is that you're looking for, you should be able to find it with that many different cabs. But to be completely honest, there's two cabs that I've stuck with the whole time. It's the Mesa 412 and then the smooth. Whatever is in the smooth cabinet, fantastic. I have no clue what speakers are in there or what cabinet it's actually modeled after. It could just be a combination of some of these, to be honest with you, and it sounds really nice. Digging it quite a bit. And as you heard, the noise gate's pretty damn good too, because you didn't hear any of my feedback coming through. I've got LED lights all around me as well that really play hell with guitar pickups, especially under gain. So the noise gate that's built into the plugin really does a thing for rock and metal as well. But yeah, that's the Fine Classics plugins pedal board. It's a great plugin. I'm having fun jamming through it. I've already written a couple of different tracks with it, and so you'll see it on quite a few videos of mine in the very near future. But how would you see yourself using this, and what other pedals on it would you like to see me demo next? Because I definitely have some more of my Sunday Riff Refinery videos, which I'll link up above and down below as well. And I'll be using it in those videos because it's very versatile, and I've been writing a lot of, grunge and emo and alt rock and stuff like that. And this is a great plugin for those uses because it covers a lot of ground, and it's not very CPU heavy either. I've got, in this exact Logic session, I've got 8 instances of it open right now, and I'm not maxing out my CPU or anywhere near it. So yeah, pretty great. Fine Classics plugins, you guys nailed it again. Can't wait to see what y'all do next. This is probably one of the most versatile plugins that I've used in a long while. But yeah, that is it for me today. So if y'all have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. Like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff that helps me to keep making these videos. I do appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, peace and love, and I'll see you in the next one.